Hey viewers, hey subscribers, and welcome back to my channel, Aquarian Empress Tarot. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, welcome. To my returning subscribers, welcome back, you guys. Happy New Year, happy Monday. Hope everybody had a good day today. I'm just giving everybody a hot minute to hop into the live stream. New year, new goals. Hey Em, did you enjoy your New Year's? Yay! Yay! YouTube has issues sometimes. Oh man. New year, new goals, new plans. That's the best way to spend it. That's the best way to spend it. Honestly. What am I gonna? I'm posting links just because people will come in and ask questions. Let's see what we got here. Share it. Copy. It's freezing cold here. Oh no. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it is so cold here. Let's see. It just started to get like really icy cold here. It hasn't snowed, but we're expecting like a snow icy mixture come Thursday. But we're expecting like a snow icy mixture come Thursday. I'm sure it did. That's kind of scary. But yeah, be careful because that's me, like, too. I drive slow, especially on days like that. Like, I drive really slow because even though you may have four-wheel drive, which, honestly, I don't know if I have, like, a little Jeep, but I don't know if it has four-wheel drive. Hey, Aisha. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Because driving on ice is not a good thing. Driving on ice is not a good thing at all. Driving on ice, it had rained here. It was raining really heavily, really bad, and I had to take it very slow. Like, most of the day I stayed indoors. I only came out to get food. That was Saturday here in Missouri. Let's see. Hang on. Y'all, I'm posting links because I know it's sometimes hard to grab them, so. But I hope everybody's doing great. We talked about, last live stream, we talked about things we were leaving behind in 2021, but now it's like going forward, like what's the plan going forward, you know? What are the goals going forward? Whew. You got blessed. You really got blessed. Let me see. Can I pin a comment? Let's see. Pin a comment. Oh my goodness. Yes, love. Hey, love. 10-hour minimum for that. Okay. Love actually they went from 65 to 75 for love readings. So if anyone's interested in a full in-depth love reading, just go over to my website and book it there. Shadow work readings are $50. General readings I left the same, and follow-up readings I left the same, and then questions I left the same. So pretty much everything else is pretty much the same. I just tweaked a few little things And then also like my hours of availability and stuff like that, so people can see them and know like I'm not doing personals on weekends. And then the hours to book is between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. So those are the hours to book. Let's see. So people who are coming in can see it. Let's see. Yes, love, absolutely. Because I'll tire myself out if I don't, and people really will hit me up or they will book personals or whatever on the weekend, and I'm like, I don't have the energy. Like this coming weekend, I actually work, and I think, let me see, this one I work, the next one I don't, and I think the following one, yeah, the following weekend, my birthday weekend, I think that one I work. So yeah, like I definitely want to rest in between. So yeah. Thank you, love. Yeah, Aisha, I'm so sorry that you're not feeling good. You definitely need to rest so you can feel better. For sure. I know you don't want to miss out. And y'all, I forgot to bring it. I leave my tarot deck sometimes at the office where I work, so I think I left it in my drawer at work and forgot to bring it with me. Right. Yeah, I think it's on a Sunday this year, so I'm like, I think I might take that Sunday off. Because I just don't, like, I don't want to be bothered. If I'm going to be off Saturday, I might as well take the Sunday off too. So I'm like, listen, y'all, I'm taking off. I'm not coming in. Yeah. But yes, love, thank you for hopping in. I'm glad everybody's okay. I hope everybody had like enjoyed your New Year's and just really set your goals and your manifestations in place for what it is that you want going forward this new year. That was my main focus, like for going into 2022. Like, what are the things that you want to accomplish that you didn't really get to accomplish last year? So it's like picking up the pieces and saying, okay, let's go. Let's see. Yes, and I'm glad Jennifer said she touched on boundaries, because that is definitely, for me, the theme of 2022 is boundaries. Boundaries are so critically important. Yes, and I think the new moon is in Capricorn now. So definitely setting intentions, and new moons are always great for releasing. So anything that you want to release during this new moon in Capricorn, it would help you a lot to write it out and burn it. You can burn it in a fireproof dish, a cauldron, whatever you have that's safe and fireproof. Write it all out and just burn it. Yep, definitely going into Mercury Retrograde. But the thing about this is the start of the new year. So whatever it is that you're wanting to set your intention for, it's time to do it now. And then whatever it is that you're wanting to release before Mercury Retrograde hits, it's time to let that out now. Clear it out now. Miscommunications, misunderstandings, clearing things up, letting folks go, cutting folks off, whatever you need to do. Yeah, you can. Before the moon goes into a new phase. Hey, Ricky. Yep, you certainly can before the moon goes into a new phase. And then just, and the thing about manifestations too is like keeping yourself in the vibration of what it is that you want. So if you're wanting things to go well in your connection, then making sure you stay in that vibration. Making sure that you make your boundaries clear, make your needs clear. Taking care of yourself is a big part of it. Yes, we're going to speak it into existence, Aisha. Yeah, because this is year 6 in astrology. And that's a big significant number, because supposedly 2022 is the year of the lovers, from what I heard. No, I'm not that like deep into astrology, but from what I know, it's the year of the lovers. So a lot of people a lot of relationships are going to fail. They are going to end. And then there's going to be a lot of people getting into deeper connections, stronger connections, yes, that actually have the potential to be long term committed relationships, that type of thing. So, let's see. Yeah. I mean, however you want to check it, but from what I heard, I know I follow people who are heavily into astrology, um, and they've been saying that. So I'm like, okay, astrology for 25 years. So I'm like, okay, if she's saying it's the year of the lovers, I'm gonna believe it. Let's see. Right, Aisha, the side chicks can finally retire. We are not, listen, no karmics in 2022. No, we don't want no karmics and we don't want no scrubs in 2022. That's what we are not doing. Folks who are coming in to leech, folks who are coming in to hit it and quit it, folks who are not serious, people who don't know what they want out of life, people who are still getting their life together. Let them work on it over there. Okay, over there, that way, in my Migos voice. Not over here. Over here, we're healing. Over here, we're taking care of self. That's what I was going to say earlier. Like, make sure that, during the new moon, because it affects your energy, right? During the new moon, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Water helps to raise your vibration, not to mention all the benefits of drinking water. I like to put a little bit of lemon and salt in my water. That's just something I like to do periodically. But drinking enough water to flush out, because sometimes you'll find, me personally, like my energy can be a little, if I'm not hydrated enough and I feel tired, you feel more fatigued if you're not drinking enough water or if you're not getting enough rest. So if you're if you're guilty of staying up late, scrolling through Instagram or watching YouTube videos or watching TV, now is the time to stop doing that. Get yourself in the pattern. Get enough you feel fully rested and refreshed when you get up and you're ready to go. You're ready to set the standard for your day. Oh, really? I don't do it often. I usually will just drink my water straight, but sometimes I like to add a little bit of lemon in there just for it's just the flavor for me. But yeah, I'll have to try that. But I like flavored water. Some people don't. Like, I like flavored water. Like, there's these, what are they? I think they're vitamin waters where they have different flavors. Like, there's one that has like orange, and then there's one that's cucumber. Like, they have, it's like a fresh taste, the way I can describe it. I've been doing really, really good at drinking regular. Yeah, I'm doing really good at drinking regular water. Like, look, I got 2 bottles over here. This is just regular water. But I like the flavored water. Just so that my kidneys don't have an attitude with me, because I need to stay hydrated. It does, Aisha. And if y'all have ever tried, like, sometimes what I do is I'll get a fresh thing of like strawberries and clean them, wash them and everything, and then cut them up and do the same thing with cucumbers and peel it and slice it and put it in the water. And it takes on the water takes on that flavor, so it's not so bland, And you could put, if you wanted to, you could probably sprinkle a little bit of sugar in there just to kind of give it a little oomph. Yes. And it's also like a detoxification thing too. The lemon helps to detoxify the kidneys and the liver when you add it to your water. Hey, Ricky. What are you doing? You big old baby. Yes, and then getting enough rest, because I know I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of getting in the bed, telling myself, I'm going to bed. And then I sit there and I'm like scrolling through my phone and I'm like, put it away. Put it away. Yes, yes, water. Yep. I'm like, put it away. You're supposed to be sleeping. And that's like when your mind is like overactive. So now now I've changed my habit, y'all. When I get in the bed, I have an app. So I plug it in to charge it, tap on the app, and then it's like this like really soothing, calming meditation music. Ooh. I have to try that Voss water. I think I've had one of them one time, but I've never had it with fruit, so I'm gonna have to try that. Thank you for sharing that. Voss water. I need a pen. But yeah, just really like for the new moon and stuff, setting your intentions, like focusing on what your goals are, which tomorrow I have to do some posting on my other business page because I didn't get to do it today. And that was the other thing I was going to tell y'all too. Like, it's okay. Like, if you fall short, you fall back, it's okay. Just pick yourself right back up. Keep going. The main thing for 2022 for me is to stay motivated. Stay motivated. Okay, love. Okay. Thank you, M. Ooh, okay. Thank you, love, for sharing that. Voss water. I had a pen. Ooh, you know what? I got a marker. I'm gonna write this on my chart. I'll be writing stuff down because I'll forget it. All right. So what did we say? New year. No what? No karmics? Yes. No karmics. No scrubs. No excuses. We're getting the things done this year. Boundaries. Hey, Valerie. Happy New Year's, love. We missed you last live stream. How are you? We getting it done this year. Also, I'm going to be encouraging people to ask when it comes to tarot, deeper questions. And what I mean by deeper questions, like really things that are going to help you practice tapping into your own intuition. Because the goal for most, I can only speak for myself, but I know I can probably say that most readers are going to agree with me when I say the goal is to help you tap into your own intuition. And so if somebody asks me a question, oh, I'm sending you love. You got this. So if somebody asks me a question, like, y'all know what I'm going to say. Y'all know what I'm going to say, right? Aisha, you know what I'm going to say. Like, oh, well, how does so-and-so feel about me? Well, how do you think so-and-so feels about you? Especially if you're, now, tell me if this makes sense. You claim to be in a connection with this person. You mean to tell me that you have no clue and no idea how this person feels about you? Especially if you've been in a connection with this person for longer than a month, longer than 30 days. Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So at some point during the dating phase, because if you're dating and courting someone properly, I'm thinking, okay, so at some point you gotta know, this person has gotta be giving you signals as to how they feel. Do you see what I'm saying? So asking the question, well, how do they feel? Exactly, Jen, exactly. So if you're doubting how this person feels about you, that's automatically for me like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. I gotta ask how they feel about me? And I'm calling this person whatever you calling them, right? Do you see what I'm saying? If you're doubting the connection, there's already a red flag, just like Jennifer said. If you're doubting the connection, it's already a red flag. So it's like, that question, we're doing away with that question this year. Move it out. Move it out. thing when you get involved with somebody, most people are not going to start dating somebody that there's no feelings for at all. Like there's no attraction, there's no chemistry, there's no vibe. Most people are going to date somebody or claim somebody as a person that there's feelings for, right? Okay, love. So keep that in mind when you're asking questions, and that's what I want to encourage everybody to do, because I know a lot of y'all have your own tarot decks and stuff like that too. Don't be afraid to pull for yourself. Don't be afraid to pull a couple of cards just to ask and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But then Aisha, that is a problem in and of itself, because you really don't want to be single if you're asking about a relationship. Do you see what I'm saying? If you ask about a relationship, then you don't really want to be single. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, which one do you want? What do you want? To be single or to be in a relationship? But I think I know what you feel. I think I know what you feel. Oh, I was just saying, this year, the questions about how they feel about somebody, I'm redirecting those questions towards my parents and clients. Because how does somebody feel about you, you should already know. Especially if you've been dating that person over 30 days or longer. You should already have some inkling of how that person feels about you. Because people will ask that question, well, how does so-and-so feel? Yeah, how does so-and-so feel about me? Well, how do you think he feels about you? You've been dating him. You call him your boyfriend. You call him whatever you call him. So how do you think he feels about you? And if you have to question that, like Jennifer said, that's already a red doubt that this person has feelings. You're questioning whether or not this person has feelings for you. Let's see. My goal this year is to get my clients, get my querents to start tapping into your intuition. What is your gut telling you about the situation? So you can take some time to yourself and really think about it. That's the goal. All right, love, let me see if I can find your question real quick. Hang on. We got this. Okay. Yeah. And that's not saying that a lot of you all don't, but there are a lot of people who don't. And so I want to make sure that everybody is doing their due diligence to tap into their own intuition before you come to a reader and say, can you look at this situation? Have you already sat down and thought it out? Yes. And that's great. That's great that you're already in the habit of doing that. Because sometimes it is great, and that's where tarot readings come in. Tarot readings are very helpful, especially getting them from another person, because in that type of situation where you've got a lot of stress going on, sorry y'all, Rico's at it. You've got a lot of stress going on, your head is clouded, there's a lot going on. It's great to have an outside perspective, but it's always great to go within first, so that you can kind of tap into why you're feeling the way you feel. Why you're feeling the way you feel, and understand why you feel the way you feel, and then how to proceed from there. Because a lot of times it can be solved. Like I've literally had people ask me, well, how does so-and-so feel about me? And I'm like, well, have you called him? And then they're like, oh, well, you know what? I haven't called him. I haven't called him. And I'm like, well, girl, go ahead and call him. He's your man. Call him. Well, I don't want to bother him, but you want to ask me how he's feeling. Call him. So, yeah. All right, Spirit. Let's see. I'm going to start off with some oracle messages first and see what 2022 has in store for your connection and see what Spirit has to say. Let's see. I'm going to ask what's the overall energy, and then go into messages. It is. A lot of it is the anxiety and the overthinking. And then sometimes too, we have to learn to be patient, because because we want something like right now. And so some people, men don't function that way. Like men are not quick to claim. If you notice, just notice people, men are not quick to claim a relationship. They're not. Because some men need to process how they feel about you before they start to become vulnerable and open up. So, sometimes if you've only been dating somebody 2 weeks, to me as a reader, that's too soon to try to figure out how this person is feeling, because they're still trying to sort out their emotions. They're still trying to figure out if they even trust you enough to open up. Like, it takes time to get to know somebody. All right. Ooh, first message I got was reflection. It says, give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So that's the first message Spirit wants you to know. Let's see. What other messages, Spirit, do you have for in regards to the connection? It says, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Now, here's the thing. With criticizing one another, this does not mean that you cannot call your person out on their mess. Because that's exactly what you have to do with men. You have to call them out on it, and you have to consistently call them out on it. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. But that's only for things that they are capable of changing, and you know that they're capable of fixing, right? This isn't saying like, this isn't in regards to something that this person has no control over. But if there's something that they can fix, like they've been unemployed for the past 6 months, for an adult, that's an extremely long time to be unemployed. Do you see what I'm saying? That's something that they need to personally work on. And that needs to be addressed. But then there's things like, you know what I mean? Like each individual have our own little nuances and little quirks that makes us who we are. So, like it could be, for example, I'll use snoring for an example. Some people have a medical condition that they can't fix. This is why we have CPAPs and stuff like that. That's something that also can be helped, but it requires medical attention. It's not just an overnight thing. So that may be something you have to accept. A lot of couples do because it's something that you can't just change overnight. So you have to learn to still love that person with that flaw. Does that make sense? Like, even though it may be annoying, I'm sure it is, but it's like, it's not a deal breaker. If it's not something that can really harm your relationship, then why make a mountain out of a molehill, basically, is what this is saying. Like, sometimes we nitpick about things that aren't even important. But the things that matter, those are the things that should be brought up. Things that can really affect that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Hey, divine love. Things that can be fixed. Lack of communication, that's something that if your person struggles with that, that's something that they can change. You know what I'm saying? But something like that, for example, maybe their weight may be a little bit much for you, but that's their personality. That's who they are. You know what I mean? They could be a stocky person. Their build could be a stocky person. But when it comes to character, right? That's a different thing. Sometimes we all have character flaws. And for me, that's what I call the shadow side, where there's times where we're rude, impatient, inconsiderate, that type of thing. But see, that's something that needs to be worked out. That's still not an excuse to not communicate with your person. You see what I'm saying? So that's something that he needs to work on individually, because it affects the connection. You don't know how to make plans for that connection if your person goes MIA because they're stressed. You know what I'm saying? That's not fair to you. It's not fair to the connection. So it's something that needs to be worked on. Spirit says, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. That was a powerful one. Let's see. Exactly. And because, you know, when you're in a connection with someone, we tend to take on, even if I'm just interacting with people here in my live stream, we take on that energy. We take on that energy. So if your person is always stressed or they always have something going on, there's always drama, sadness, irritation, that energy is transferred even through a phone call, even through a video call, even through an email. Energy is transferred. So that's something to ask yourself as well. Going into this new year, protecting my peace of mind has to be top priority. If when I talk to you, I feel stressed and I feel depleted, yeah, if I feel stressed and I feel depleted after we have a conversation, I'm not talking to you again. You know, it is. It's very much an energy exchange. And so that's why we have to do our due diligence to protect our energy and who we allow in it, because it affects you. So let's say you have a conversation with your person and they're all stressed out, and then you have to go deal with your children. So guess what? That energy is now, that aggressive, irritated energy is going to be taken towards your children because they transferred it to you and you're transferring it to them. Yeah, or you take it to work. Your boss, where you normally would be fine, your boss comes to you and you act like you don't see her. She has something important that she needs to tell you, but because your mind is somewhere else, yeah, you take on that energy and then it affects the whole rest of your day. So you think, or I think, if it's my situation, I'm having a bad day, but really I took on somebody else's energy that wasn't even mine. You see what I'm saying? So we have to learn to return that to sender. That's not my issue. Those are not my problems. Yes, his personal issues are his personal issues. My client's personal issues are their personal issues. Exactly. And that's what you don't want to you don't want to take that on, because it's going to affect the rest of your day and you're going to feel down and you're not going to really want to talk to anybody because you take that on, you know? Spirit, what's the overall energy surrounding this connection? Great. Knight of Cups. There is still love here. There is still a lot of love here, actually. The Knight of Cups tells me that. There's still romantic feelings here. Tell me more. And we've got the Three of Cups in reverse. The Three of Cups in reverse for me is karmic energy. Any cards for me in reverse is karmic energy. But the Three of Cups in reverse is two things. One, if there was like a thought of possibly a third party, that may not be the case. But two, the Three of Cups in reverse says to me that he could be trying to, he's in a very low energy, like you said, and he could be kind of like, I don't want to say depressed, but kind of depressed, and trying to escape reality here, trying to cope with whatever it is that he's got going on, whatever that is, whatever the stress is. So he's not really giving much. We got the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so he's not really emotionally available right now. So if you're trying to connect on an emotional level with him to get him to feel how you feel or empathize, he can't do it because he's not in a space to do it. This is in a heart shape, and I love how this Four of Pentacles is, because with this Four of Pentacles being in a heart shape, this tells me it's in regards to emotion and love. So he's not in a space to hold space for you, if that makes sense. Four of Pentacles is being unavailable, not being able to give. It's a scarcity, it's a lack. Something's lacking here. Great, as you should. But the thing is, it's not your job to figure it out. It's not your job to figure it out. Whatever he's got going on, he needs to learn how to work it out. Whatever it is. And it's a constant thing. It's a constant thing. Whenever he's got something going on, he withdraws. And so that's something that really could make or break the connection. Yeah. Because if you're constantly withdrawing every time you have a setback or every time you have a challenge, how in the world Yep. How in the world are you going to be able to deal with setbacks in a relationship? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, life as an adult, life is full of setbacks and disappointments. So if you can't deal with your own setbacks now individually, how can you deal with it when you're in a marriage, a committed relationship? You move in together. Are you gonna just have a meltdown every time something doesn't go your way? Every time you're disappointed? You see what I'm saying? So we got the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. I feel like unexpectedly, what's to come? Yes, what's to come? He may try to renew this connection out of the blue. And he may come back and reach out to you with the Knight of Swords, because this is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, but it's also very impulsive. It's also very fast. So he may try to reach out to you to tell you, to talk to you more on a heartfelt level with you, because he feels comfortable with you in that aspect. But it's like, at the same time, he feels you pulling away. Eight of Cups. He feels you moving on. And I swear, I feel like every divine masculine, as soon as you withdraw your energy, they feel it. They feel it. But you have to. You have to, like we were talking about earlier. So you don't, yeah. And that's the thing, though. It's like, how do you, you're supporting me, but you know what I mean? As soon as you withdraw your energy, that's when they want to come in. And so we've got Judgment here. So he's going to want to reconcile. He's going to want to reconcile. Looks like that may be the possible outcome here. Yeah, they feel it. It's like, as soon as you stop giving in, as soon as you stop catering, as soon as you stop trying to, oh, honey, are you okay? You know you can talk to me. I'm here anytime. It's like, as soon as you stop doing all of that, it's like, oh, hey, I'm blowing up your phone. I'm texting you. Hey. Like, I've been here this whole time. I've been here this whole time. What do you mean? Eight of Swords. Spirit's saying this is gonna really possibly put you in a state of mind as well. Like I said, it affects your energy. It's gonna make you feel kind of stuck in a situation. Eight of Swords. Yeah, I wouldn't respond to anything. Nothing at all. Eight of Wands. He's gonna have to communicate. If it's supposed to go somewhere, he's gonna have to take action. He's also gonna have to take action in changing his behavior. Page of Cups. Page of Cups is like, he's gonna have to reach out and let you know what he wants here. Yeah, what do you want here in regards to this relationship? Yeah, there's love here. There's love here, and this could definitely be a soulmate connection. But at the same time, what are you doing about it? He's gonna have to take that leap of faith. He's gonna have to stop. He's gonna have to stop pulling back every time he goes through something. He's gonna have to learn to handle his situations with grace and dignity and keep going. We all go through things. It's not, at the risk of sounding harsh or some type of way, we all go through things. We all have setbacks. But you have reason